Today we're taking a look at our Minolta MD to Fujifilm X-mount tilt rocker tilt shift adapter. Hey everyone, Sean here with Fotodiox.com, and today we're taking a look at a tilt rocker tilt shift adapter, specifically a Minolta MD to Fujifilm X-mount tilt rocker adapter. This adapter allows you to mount a Minolta MD SLR film lens to a Fujifilm X-mount mirrorless camera, and the adapter has built-in tilt shift mechanisms so you can turn any adapted MD lens into a tilt shift lens. Now, how are we able to adapt lenses like this to cameras like this? How are we able to do that and have this extra space for the tilt shift adapter? And I can actually show you physically. This is an old Minolta MD film camera. And as you can see, the space where the lens mounts and the space where the film goes is about that much space. So this Minolta MD lens was designed to focus to infinity when it's this far away from the film plane of the camera. So when we go to adapt it to our Fujifilm X-mount mirrorless camera, as you can see, the sensor is much closer to where the lens mount is. So if we put the lens directly on the mount, it would be out of focus. It wouldn't be able to focus to infinity. But if we add extra space, the same space that we need for this native camera, we had that extra space, we have room for a lens adapter, and in this case, a lens adapter with built-in tilt shift technology. Here's how to mount the Minolta MD lens onto this adapter. It's pretty simple. You're just going to line up the red mounting dot on the lens with the red mounting dot on the adapter, press the lens into the adapter and rotate it to lock it into place. And then to remove it, there's this little silver button on the side of the adapter. Press that in and then rotate the lens to remove it. And then to mount the lens and adapter on our Fujifilm X-mount camera, that's pretty simple. We're just going to line up the red mounting dot on the adapter with the red mounting dot on the Fujifilm X camera, rotate it, and it locks into place. And just like that, we've got this vintage Minolta MD glass adapted to our Fujifilm X-mount mirrorless camera with full tilt shift functionality. Now, this adapter has built-in tilt shift, and to shift the lens, you're actually going to press this silver button right here, press that down, and you can shift 10 millimeters to the right, or you can shift 10 millimeters to the left for a total of 20 millimeters of shift. But you can also shift up and down, and the way to do that is you find this little gold button on the side of the tilt rocker adapter, press that down, and then we can rotate the adapter 360 degrees. So we can rotate it 90 degrees, then we can shift up, we can shift down. And shifting is a great tool for perspective distortion correction. So let's say you are pointing this lens and camera up at a tall building. From the perspective where you're shooting, those lines are not going to be straight. They're going to be going together. Now, the cool thing about a tilt shift lens, or in this case, a tilt shift adapter, is we can actually use shift to adjust these lines. So what we're going to do is we're going to rotate 90 degrees. We're going to point the lens up at the building, and then we're going to shift up. And as we shift the lens up, we're actually taking those lines of the building and making them straighter. You can also tilt the adapted lens with this adapter, and how you do that is you go to the side here, loosen this gold knob, and then you can tilt down 10 degrees of tilt. And you can actually see we have the degree markings right here. We're at 10. We can go up to 5 if we want. But yeah, we can tilt this lens. And by tilting the lens, what we're doing is we're taking the flat focal plane of a standard lens and we are actually tilting it. So instead of the entire focal plane hitting the sensor at the same time, only a sliver of it is. And the more we tilt, the thinner this sliver of focus becomes. And to rotate the tilt, again, we're going to press this gold button so we can rotate 90 degrees. Now we can tilt to the left. We can rotate over here, tilt to the right. So wherever we want to place our tilt, we can do it by rotating this adapter. And having selective focus tilt controls built into your lens can be really useful for product photography or still life photography. Let's say you're photographing two subjects in a scene, but they're not in the same focal plane. This is especially true if you're shooting wide open. This is an f2 lens, so let's say you're shooting an f2. By rotating this 90 degrees and doing a slight tilt, we're actually adjusting the focal plane. We're tilting it slightly, so we can now focus on both of our subjects, even though they're in different focal planes. So that's going to be one of the main things most people use tilt photography for. It's for technical focal adjustments you need to make in your scene. But if you're an art photographer and you're looking for a more radical, creative look, you can actually tilt your lens all the way 10 degrees, and then you can either tilt down, and this creates a horizontal strip of focus while the top and the bottom of your scene is going out of focus. Or you can rotate to the side, and then you're creating a vertical strip of focus where the left and right of your frame is going out of focus. And this is a great way to create beautiful, shallow focus, selective focus, creative, artistic images. This is a very unique look. It's not for everyone, but if you are looking for that radical tilt shift effect, that radical selective focus effect, our tilt rocker adapters are a great way to get you there. Okay, that was a quick look at our Minolta MD to Fujifilm X Tilt Rocker Tilt Shift Adapter. If you have a Fujifilm X-mount camera, we don't just carry the Minolta MD version. We carry an entire line of tilt rockers to adapt various lens mount lenses to your Fujifilm X-mount camera. And click the link in the description below to check out all the tilt rocker adapters we offer for Fujifilm cameras. We also carry tilt rocker adapters for other mirrorless and SLR camera mounts and all sorts of different lenses. So to see our entire line of tilt rocker tilt shift adapters, click the link in the description below. If you have any questions about anything I said in today's video about this adapter or tilt shift in general, comment below. I'd love to talk to you. Also, click right here to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more videos just like this one.